Hello, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me again, back again. I appreciate him, as always, for joining me. Dabby Cab. Cab, how are you doing over there?
Man, do you notice the palm trees?
Yes, yes. You said you
Bro,
were looking a little ridiculous, but I like the shirt. I like the
bro,
shirt.
this is what you wear to the beach, Jose. You are sending us on vacation, my dude. How hot can somebody be?
It's been great. I've been pretty impressed with how the season has gone so far. 34 and 19, 23 units up. Turnsy, my man, shout out to you. Bobby Boucher, believe that's how you say it. David Beckett, shout
You
out
don't
to
know who
Dave.
Bobby Boucher is?
Yeah, of course. Shout out to the water boy. I just can't spell. Sam Colmer, Puzzler, thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate you guys. And by the way, I forgot to do this last show. Shout out to my guy Saturated. He donated a $10 dono last show. I completely forgot to mention it. I saw it. I appreciate him. And I think I'm going to do something for all $10 and up donos on the show. I think I'm going to hang some banners above us right here, and Saturated will be the first banner to go up there. I was going to make it right now, but obviously it's been a busy day for me. If you guys saw the video on the Twitter machine, we hit the Twins first five minus a half as the Red Sox give up another run, I believe. So it's 8-4 Twins right now, top of the ninth. But yeah, that was a good feeling there. And
Was that
we'll
your
run.
only early play, Jose?
Yes, yes, it was, thankfully. And I'll run through the rest of my plays as the show goes through so we can knock them all out. But yeah, I only had the Twins. What about you, Cab? Did you have anything to start off with?
I did. I had the Mets on the run line. Finally went
Yeah,
with the
shout out
full.
to Taint.
Yeah, yes, for sure. When I saw that today, I was like, yes, man. I love when I align with him. But yeah, it was the first time because I always attack those starting pitchers and stuff, and my books are very annoying, and I don't get the first five right away, but I do get the run line right away, and I just figured it was going to move and move and move, so I jumped on the Mets run line.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously that's going to cash, or that did cash, no
Yeah,
problem, I should say. So I shout out to you, shout out to Matt Randall for cashing both those tickets there. I was going to try to make the banner right now, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to focus on hosting the show because I'm the host of
yeah.
the show and not the producer of the show. Actually, I am the producer, but it doesn't matter. But thanks everyone for watching. We appreciate it. As everyone trickles in, let's get into the first game on this card. A little bit of a bum fight, but we made some money on it yesterday. Shout out to the Pirates first five. The Pirates versus the Nationals again. Nationals come in 3-5. Pirates 3-3. Eric Fetty, the Fetty Fade, as some people like to call him, on the bump. 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks versus the New York Mets last time out. Mitch Keller, who is in fact not Helen Keller. Well, actually, it's Brad Keller I'm thinking of. Mitch is Helen Keller when he pitches as poor as he does. 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks at the St. Louis Cardinals. And shout out to, I'll show it on this show as well. We made this, or I guess I should say I made this earlier today. It's Mitch Helen Keller. We appreciate his efforts. But it's gonna be an interesting game here. It was what -110 for a lot of the day. 5 cents of movement over to the Pirates. What do you think here, Cab?
Well, you said it when you opened up with the bum fight. Man, there are a couple games with some decent pitchers on it, but I even texted you this today. Man, the pitchers suck today, man. Like for the most part, overall, and this is no exception. Like I mean, you just made the Helen Keller joke. The dude is a genuine 6 ERA over his career,
Yep.
like which is crazy, right? Like I don't know, whatever. So I'll move on from that. Um, Pittsburgh, they're hitting a little, and they've scored some runs the last couple games. So this might not be something that some people would think of, but they're not producing the runs like in the right ways. Okay, they're not really doing it by getting people on, getting them over. They're just kind of having blow up innings right now, and it's Pittsburgh, so I don't trust what we're seeing. I have written down a lean on the first five over with these two pitchers, man. Um, And yes, run in the first inning. I know everybody loves their Nerfies, but shout out to Mike Nutflush Allen. Him and I were talking yesterday. He was just saying, man, the batters are starting to see the ball. And I don't know if you remember me talking about the blind coverage on the no run first inning on the first day. Like if you just bet it across the board, you would have gone 6-1. And I kind of predicted that before. I told him, I said, yeah, today might be that yes run in the first inning day. And so far it's gone 2-0. So
yeah, I don't hate it at all. I mean, obviously everyone knows my favorite bet's no run in the first inning, but it takes big balls to take the no run in the first inning. So I appreciate that. Cap, can you turn down your volume a little bit over there? I can hear myself a little bit. So I appreciate that
my
whenever
bad.
you can. No worries. But I was going to say Mitch Keller, 8 ERA to start the season traditionally in March and April, 22 innings pitched, 8 ERA, those splits. That's pretty nuts to see. And Eric Fetty, we think of him as the fade, but lower ERAs of his career start early at 3.73 in March and April and 31 innings pitched, and a 3.66 in May for a 39 inning pitch. So I'll take a chance with Eric Fetty here if I had to play it, but I'm off this game entirely. Not the game I'm betting here today. Doesn't have a something that stands out to me to bet. So let's keep on moving on. The second game on our docket here, the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Miami, I was about to call them Dolphins, the Marlins. Zach Eflin, who had a great start. I mean, 4 innings pitched, whatever, but 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks. That's a great start for Eflin against my guy, Pablo Lopez, my close personal friend. Actually, I think, by the way, Cab, you were on the show when I called him my close personal friend last time. I think I'm going to start a reoccurring segment on the show here, and it's, did Pablo Lopez respond to me on Instagram?
Okay.
And today I DM'd him at 11:16 in the morning. No response yet. So we will see. I will update everyone as the show goes along. And maybe I'll update everyone tomorrow. Maybe he does not check his phone on start days. But I do, in fact, DM with Pablo Lopez occasionally. And it's just usually it is usually just me saying good luck or something of the sort, and then him saying thanks. So there we go. So I'm a big Pablo Lopez guy. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a walk, 6 Ks at San Francisco. Nothing on this game again. I think minus 135 is a little too much for Pablo, honestly, especially for the Phillies lineup here. That's, let's just call them what they are. They're boppers. They all hit tanks over there. Zach Eflin, I mean, I don't want to bet him either here, coming off a great start. I could see him easily regressing here, and you can see that minus 135 price for the Marlins become a reality. So I guess I'm leaning towards the over when you think about it out loud, but I'm probably staying off this game too here, Cab. Anything for you?
No, man. And you just said it. So this kind of fits that trend that I was already talking about with the pitchers. I don't like, and you said you really loved the card, and I was opposite. I didn't like today's card much, man. When I see a game that just screams over, I don't enjoy capping it. I don't know why. This game screams over, like you just said. I would lean Marlins if I was going to have to pick a side with the free bet. But yeah, the first 5 over and maybe the full game over would be probably what I would think would be the best play, but it's not something I'm going to be making. Real quick, Razor was up in here. Shout out to him, man. I'm going to go on his show. He gives me a hard time when he comes in the chat, but he's going to catch these hands when we – no, I'm just kidding.
No, that sounds like Razor. So shout out to Razor. Appreciate him for watching as always. And maybe if Razor will have me, we'll talk some baseball. And I'd love to have him
come on tonight, man. Come on tonight.
I'd love to have him come on the show too as well. Not everyone has to be a baseball capper on this show. I love unique perspectives, and maybe there'll be some interesting like names that sound like horses that Razor can gravitate towards as the Red Sox get another out in the 9th inning. That's not ideal.
And obviously it's not my show, so I can't invite you, but like,
yeah.
But I was just saying, Razor, I mean, it's a fun time, man. I think I'm going to have to bust open a bottle with him tonight.
Yeah. When he says shot time, you must listen. Even if you're not on the show, if you're watching, you must listen. By the way, let's give everyone a shout out for watching. Turnsy of yes. I think, just sizing you guys up, I think I've got you like a minus 140 favorite against Razor in a fight. So I like that. Get get your action in on the chat right now. See what you guys put some odds on it. What you guys think?
Before anybody says anything, man, I got to throw it out like this. If I land a punch, I'm good, but that's about it, right? Like if I'm gonna crow hop into that thing and I'm a swing as hard as I can, and if I hit, boy. Other than that, yeah, no.
And then the shoulder will go out after the first throw, and it'll be over. All right. Well, I'm glad that we get that over there. But please cap that fight in the chat right now. I'd love to see what odds you guys have. Cab versus Razor, the next Holyfield Tyson. Confirmed lineup in this game, by the way: Schwarber, Hoskin, Harper, Castellanos, Didi, Johan Camargo. That's unfortunate, by the way. I saw someone, I forgot who said it. Now let me look real quick. I saw someone say they can't DH. Yeah, his CT Bays. He's a great capper. CT Bays said they can't DH Realmuto because they've got 5 other guys who can't field. Exactly, and it's the same scenario with Alec Boehm too. Joe Girardi's a really big splits guy. He abides by them like ad hoc, basically. But Boehm has been on fire, and he can't field at third base right now, apparently. So they can't play him there. That's why they've got Camargo there, and they can't DH him because they've got 6 other guys they need to DH. So I think that's very interesting.
That's bad.
Yeah, it is. And Garrett Stubbs is getting the start today. It's why we're talking about it. So no JT Realmuto today for at least for right now. Jorge Soler, Garrett Cooper, Jesus Sanchez, I believe that is. Jesus Aguilar. Is that back-to-back Jesus's in this lineup? That is. Wow, that would make me want to bet the Marlins right there. But I've got nothing on this game. I'm going to stay off of it, and we'll just keep on moving because we've kind of gone off the rails talking about Jesus's and who would win in a fight, Razor versus Cab.
Hey, it's all good, man. We're good.
All right. Do you have nothing in this game, correct?
No, sir. No, thank you. Is not mine.
Okay, awesome. So let's move on to the New York Yankees versus the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees have just made me look like an idiot. They're the team that, I might have a sterling record on screen, but if you look up my Yankees record, it's been atrocious. And the bullpen just refuses to quit. Just refuses. Just won't. I took the Blue Jays last night at money line. They had ample opportunities at the end of the game to break that game open for them. And
Base
Michael
loaded,
King
right?
Michael King and them boys just shut it down every time. It was ridiculous. So I just got to, give a round of applause to the Yankees offense
the
Yankees bullpen. It's just been too good. So I can't. I put an embargo on myself. I'm not going to bet against the Yankees for at least the next week or so. Obviously, in a normal circumstance, normal me from 2 days ago, I'd be like, the Orioles, I'm going to take them. I'm going to take the team total, which I don't hate in this scenario. The Orioles team total 3.5. Jimmy the Bag said it earlier today, and I was like, I don't hate that at all. And I'm going to look at the price right here. But it's just I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. I've gotten bit too many times. And by the way, 2.5 is -190. 3.5 is -105. So I can't do it. I can't do it with this offense and this fucking bullpen that just lights out.
Yeah. So I gotta, first off, I know you would never take Lyles. You would never do that, right?
Yeah, I don't want any part of Jordan Lyles in my life. I don't need that anymore.
I don't got to go into that, right? Because that's, for me, the Orioles, you just can't play the Orioles here. It doesn't even matter who they're playing. They got Lyles on the mound. For me personally, right? It's not going to happen. I also don't like Montgomery, man. I don't like him. I don't think he's a great pitcher. I know he's got good stuff, but he also has control issues sometimes. He leaves the ball over the plate. Yeah, this is another game, man, where it's like, I look at the first 5 over. I look at the full game over. And again, I come back to this because this yes in the first run in the first inning, yes, does not scare me. I know that for some people it's no run in the first inning or nothing, but I don't know why that is. There's a reason why the odds are where they are. People do score in the first inning. It happens, right? I'd look at anything with the points, man, and that's about it. I can't get behind the Orioles. I'm not going to get behind the Yankees. Sorry I don't have more for you there, but that's about it, bro.
No, that's perfectly fine. And we'll look at the chat here real quick. By the way, shout out to Anthony. Anthony has 8.4 units on the Yankees -2, -105. I don't hate it, honestly. People are mentioning that they like the Orioles or Mark Schillenberg here, actually. There it is. Yankees like hitting in Camden Yards. They do. Obviously they've got big boppers there. But again, let's remember that extended wall. I mean, I saw it the other day for the first time in a game watching. I was like, wow, that's extensive. And it's far back. And the thing that was shocking, it's high, super high.
Yes.
Super high. So shout out to them. And by the way, Razor reminded me of something. What is the say hey counter, Razor? I appreciate you for asking, Razor. As you know, everyone, I'm doing the show Monday through Fridays, Saturday, Sunday too. If you look on below the screen, a little bar, you'll see what time and such. And Jimmy was appalled or shocked that I would send myself up for 200 plus days of work. But you know, I'm the Iron Man of Pub Sports Radio, and I think that thank you for reminding me, Razor, because the people of Baltimore are starting to catch on, Cab, and they sent me this video, and I think this might happen throughout the year, and I hope that we can do it every day, and hopefully we get triple digits. Who knows? All right, we're officially on to 9 days straight of Say Hey plays. We're going to the 10th day tomorrow. It's going to be a fun episode. So do all that. Come on. Say Hey plates 10 coming tomorrow. But first, let's finish this card because we are not even halfway done this Chumbawanga card here. Oakland A's versus the Toronto Blue Jays. My first play of the night, I guess you can call it, the day. I don't know what we call it. I took Oakland first five, team total over 2.5 at plus 140 here. I took it that last night. Let me double check and see what what price that is now. But I just don't think Ross Stripling's a good pitcher. You know, simple as that. Jim, you can tell a lot by reading how a fan reacts to the pitcher getting confirmed and all this stuff, and you can still get it at plus 145 too, by the way. So 5 cents better than me. Bovada. I just think that Ross Stripling is a little washed up. Chicken Strips is he's gone out twice this year for 2 relief appearances. One was tragic, 3 walks and 1 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, and then a 1 innings pitched clean inning, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, no Ks. So I just think this Oakland A's offense that's been pretty hot so far to start the year. I mean, relatively speaking, for this A's offense of what we thought they would be. They've been pitching pretty well, and I honestly thought about taking them first 5 as well. But there's always that chance that Dalton Jeffries, who dominated in a surprise appearance for me. I thought he was going to struggle. I bet against him with the Rays in that outing. He went 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. So I honestly don't have the built-in trust to bet on Jeffries per se. But I do want to fade Stripling in this scenario. So I took that first 5 team total at a plus 140 price. That's just insane to me. So let's see what happens here. And we'll see how Ross Stripling does in his first start of the season. Cab, what do you have here?
Man, so you said it about Jeffries, right? It's just one game. It's just one game. So we can't really just judge this year, but sure, he had a good game, but he only had 2 strikeouts. He wasn't getting a bunch of swing and misses. And it's baseball, man. Like, people can hit the ball really hard and get out. You know, it happens all of the time. And he wasn't getting those swing and misses. You know, I just got to see more. Like you just said, I can't back somebody until I have more to go on with them. Like you said about Ross, like he's a consistently, I wouldn't say bad pitcher, but below average pitcher. You know, he's just consistently below average. And I don't hate that play at all. I don't hate the Oakland's team total. My favorite thing about what Oakland's been doing is I wouldn't necessarily call them hot. I'm going to use a word about their offense that I never thought I would use. Right now, I'd call them consistent. They have an approach at the plate. They look good. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's the truth. I mean, we gotta be honest about what we're capping and what we see, right? So I do have plays coming up. I have 4, I think, tonight through the card, but this isn't one of them for me. I'm not on either side here.
And if you look at the splits right now, I mean, obviously, small sample size. We'll keep saying 164 at bats for the Oakland A's here. They've got a 694 OPS, which is 14th best. Right now, the Cleveland Guardians right now are first, which is crazy to say, an OPS against righties. So, and CT Bays remarking that's why I brought up the Guardians. A's have the second most runs behind the Guardians in the AL. I mean, I think we should just kind of hopefully the offense stays hot here, and mainly this is a bet against Stripling here. This is a Ross Stripling proved to me that you can keep a Major League Baseball team under 3 runs for 5 innings. I mean, and I let's be real, he'll go 3 innings at most here, I think, and then the bullpen will come through, and I'm not scared of the Jays bullpen. So first 5 team total over 2.5 for me. Next game. Good game here. Really fun game. Best pitching matchup of the day, I think, off the top of my head. Carlos Rodon versus Zach Plesac. Guardians versus Giants. Giants versus Guardians. My second play here. Took first 5 under here. Under 4. I got that at, let me double check here. I got that at plus 104 on Bovada last night. Yeah. You saw your eyes jump like that. That was a crazy number I saw last night on Bovada. Right now, yeah, I bet you right now it's like minus 120-ish. No, it's at minus 125 right now. That's why you gotta hopefully follow me on Twitter. I tweeted that out like as soon as I saw the numbers last night. I think I added all these plays last night. It was the most I've added overnight in the season. This is a ridiculous number. Honestly, my concern here is Rodon. I don't really like backing Rodon that much. I like Plesac a lot. I bet on him against the Royals last time. It was a 1-0, I believe, because it was Brad Keller versus Plesac, and I didn't think that Keller was going to pitch well, and he went out and dazzled. We'll talk about him shortly because I am going to bet on him this week. But right now, the Guardians, like you guys said, they're first in most offensive categories because of their blow-ups here against lefties. Only 37 at-bats, but they're fourth with a 993 OPS. That's a super, super small sample size, but it's there. They're hitting them well right now. So that would be my only concern here, but I'm putting my faith in Rodon. First 5 under 4. If it was 3.5, I'd be a little more trepidatious, but they're giving me the 4, so I'm taking it.
Man, so last night, and I'm frustrated because I took a negative 110 here, but last night, before you had even asked me if I was going to come on, that was one of the first plays that I wrote down that I was going to come back to that I really liked. I was scared, obviously, because of the way Cleveland's been hitting. Again, CT Bays up here in the chat said Guardians plus 130 until they stop hitting. 44 runs scored in the last 4 games. And that's the thing for me. We don't use the word due when we're capping, right? It's not something we say. You can't say somebody's due. So I'll say it a different way. There is no way in hell they can keep scoring runs like this. It is, even if they were the best hitting team, it's unrealistic. You cannot do that. It's not baseball. It's not going to keep happening. And with that being said, this is the best pitcher matchup today. It is. You said that at the beginning, and that's not a maybe. This is the best pitcher matchup without question. The Giants, man, I've only watched them 1 game this year, and they made me want to throw up. Like, I've never been so irritated with the teams hitting. They had, in the first 3 innings, they had a runner on third with less than 2 outs and struck out all 3 times. Didn't put the ball in play, didn't do anything. It's just, that's atrocious. For a Major League Baseball player not to be able to put the ball in play, man, I don't care if it was just one night. Like, that's gross. So I also jumped on that with you. I'm on the first 5 under. I saw you were on it last night. I saw Raghu was on it. And it was the first thing I wrote down. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, am I really going to be scared to take a play that 2 cappers who I highly respect are on and that I told myself that I liked and that I wanted to take? So I'm sitting here, I'm like, that would be stupid if I don't take it. If I lose, I lose. But if I didn't bet this and it hit, I'd be pretty mad at myself,
Yeah, and I think one of the things that I think has unlocked this kind of success for me in this early part of the season is that when I see something that I like, I worry about the price kind of later, honestly. Like, I've noticed, I think all of my plays today are actually all plus money prices.
Beautiful.
And that's not like by design. I just see a play or I see a method that I need to attack this game, whether that be, like I said, chicken strips on the mound. I think he's going to struggle. I don't want to take the first 5 because I don't want to deal with the Blue Jays offense potentially bombing on Jeffrey. So let's take the first 5 A's total. So there's always, like I said, there's always a way. You just got to kind of, dig around and try to find it. But I think that both pitchers here will dominate. I'm a little worried because I've kind of, the Yu Darvish experience with us earlier this week kind of scarred me on betting on a pitcher after a great start
Can
with
I say
Rodon and
something on that real
Plesac.
quick?
Please do.
I saw it in the chat, and if this is one of you guys in here saying it, I'm sorry if we have different opinions. I think you might have said it, Jose. Everyone's talking, oh, fade Yu Darvish again this year. Obviously, he's a fade this year. He threw 6 innings of no-hit baseball in the majors the game before. He's not a fucking fade. Good luck with that if that's where you're going to go, right?
Yeah, he's not awful.
No, man, I talked about him before the first game, man. I've seen a lot of professional pitchers, right? I've been right on him. I've seen him pitch. Yu Darvish is disgusting. Like, he is disgusting. And I know he's been throwing longer and longer, but man, his stuff is so nasty. It's irritating with him. I don't know if he's a head case or what, but he's hit or miss sometimes, and I won't be fading him. I'm going to jump back on him next game. I in some way or form.
Okay. Well, I made a note of that right there. So I can't wait to make sure to watch his next start and see how he does. I mean, I've got mixed emotions about you. I think he's a good pitcher, but I just don't. I have trust issues, I guess. So, I mean, I obviously bet on him, no problem last time. I'll probably take a break and see, but I hope that you cash on that. And speaking of cash, a game that interests a lot of people today, a popular dog spot, I think. Tampa Bay Rays, Chicago White Sox, Drew Rasmussen, acquired from the Brewers, versus Dylan Cease here, minus 130, plus 108. That line for the Rays has been going down steadily all day. Right now, Drew Rasmussen, interesting. Not the opener anymore, obviously. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks, a walk versus Baltimore. Pretty good there. Again, Baltimore has a good lineup versus Dylan Cease, who, like I said, decent start, 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, an earned run, 3 walks, which is not ideal, 8 Ks versus, or I should say, at the Detroit Tigers. Cease better at home. We all remember that. I can pull up his splits here, for example, or for instance, so I can cite it exactly. But Dylan Cease, I think I've got more mixed feelings with him. I don't love betting on him. Like in the playoffs, for example, he's a pitcher that I would bet against. You know, I don't think he's or I would say he has not shown me yet that he's the elite pitcher yet. He's just not my guy. And by the way, his home run splits aren't even that drastic. Home is a 4.05 ERA and away is a 4.62. So I just don't want to bet on the White Sox here, minus 130 with Cease. I understand he's one of those young prospects that I like betting on here, but I just don't want to bet him here. And CT Bays enjoys Dylan Cease here. I hope you're right here, because I want to back Cease in reality. I think he's a good pitcher at home, but there's just something that keeps me off of it. Maybe you can convince me here, Cab. CT, let me know what you like about Cease here as well in the chat, but nothing for me in this game.
I need more, man, for my pitchers. I need more to go off. I don't know if you remember last show when we capped the Rays game. They were playing Oakland, and it was 2 rookies' debuts, and I said, yes, the run in the first inning would be great, and then I pussyfooted and I didn't play it. And these 2 pitchers, like, this could be a good pitching matchup. I need more to go on, man. I don't have enough information personally that I could find on these 2 guys that makes me comfortable either way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate. Again, I'm gonna keep telling myself I don't hate Cease. I don't hate him, and then just not bet him. I'll probably not back him throughout this whole year. White Sox offense obviously good. Early season stats, I can pull them up. Like I said, I'm not. By the way, everyone, I'm a little less prepared today than I usually am. I making all these videos, and oh my gosh, I just shocked to see this number. But Cal, I'll let you guess. Where do you think right now the White Sox rank against righties in OPS in the league?
8th.
They are 29th.
Oh, I thought you said they were high. I was sitting here thinking.
I thought they were.
Okay, because I didn't want to give them that high, but I was like, he just said they were high. I was honestly going to say 13th, so I still wasn't close. but then I added in you saying that so that's a
No,
shocker.
yeah. I mean, you think of this offense as a big bopping squad, but right now, again, we can always keep smashing it over the head. Small sample size, 139 at bats, a
Yeah.
554 OPS, 201 average against righties right now. So that will probably increase. I just need to see it happen first before I back it. So let's just keep moving on.
Yeah.
Nothing for me here. Next game, I think this will be one of my last passes because I've got a couple plays coming up here. Los Angeles Angels versus the Texas Rangers. Reed Detmers on the mound again versus the Bushman, Matt Bush, making a spot start.
Can't believe he's
Opening.
still playing.
I don't know. Not sure yet. 2 relief appearances for Matt Bush. Inning, hit, run, but it was not earned, by the way. And a strikeout. Another inning, 1 hit, no earned runs, no Ks for Matt Bush. Reed Detmers, 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 Ks versus a very good Houston Astros lineup. I think Reed Detmers is bet on, honestly. And now that I'm looking at it, a minus 112.
Come on, join me.
For the Angels here is
Come on.
pretty cheap. Pretty cheap, Cab. Keep telling me about this Angels squad, and I think I might join you.
Well, let me tell you about Matt Bush first. First off, cool story. Do you know his story about like when he got into the major, when he came back into the majors and everything?
No, please regale us of the tale.
So I don't know. I don't want to say it was drug issues. He had some kind of issues and he got taken out of the league. He was supposed to be like a big deal and he, had issues, right? And then he was, I don't know if it was Olive Garden or what, but it was some restaurant and he was throwing behind the restaurant to the catcher and somebody noticed him. And next thing you know, he's on that Rangers team that was actually good. The only Rangers team I got to enjoy ever. He throws hard and he was really good when he first came back. But man, I can't believe, because he was older when he came back. So his numbers he was already an older guy when we start getting Matt Bush's numbers. I'm shocked he's still going. He throws hard, but he flattens out. You'll hear me say that a lot, man. One of my least favorite things with the pitcher is when they're flat. I don't give a shit if they throw 100 or 89. I just don't want it to be flat. Okay. He flattens out sometimes. He's getting older. This is a Rangers bullpen that, sure, the Rangers have been hitting the ball great, right? But they've also been pitching the same way they pitch every year. Terrible. And this bullpen has been going and going and going and going. And you're telling me I'm getting a minus 112 with a bullpen that's already been used pretty much all season? Like, I know a lot of people are thinking that the Rangers have a lot of value here. And, I could be wrong, but the Rangers, in my opinion, the value is not a word you can use with them. They have a much better hitting lineup now. I get it. Hitting can only take you so far in baseball. If you don't have good pitching, you're not a good team. That is it. End of story. Okay. Flat out. And they don't have good pitching. And we're in a bullpen for the full game with an Angels team that should have a really good lineup, should be irritated by the fact they got their ass beat last night, right? No way I'm passing the Angels right here. I took the Angels in the first 5. I have my juice written down on a different page. But I took the Angels in the first 5. And Jose, I got them on the money line for, where is it? Right here. I got them for plus 102 on the money line in the first 5.
I'm gonna take the full game. I'm gonna take the full game money line minus 115. By the way, Colby Allard's supposed to be the primary, so Matt Bush will probably get the start, the 1 inning, and then come out. Colby Allard, last year, if you remember his greatness last year, I would tell you you're a liar because he went 3-12 with a 5 ERA and 124 innings pitched, 17 starts. He pitches a little better at home. He has a 4.93 home ERA, a 6 away. But honestly, just nothing for me that can make me want to back this Ranger squad. I've been a little bit, I'll be honest, a little shittier on my on-show ads here, but I do like this Angel squad. The minus 115 is not the favorite number I would get here, but I think it's time for this offense to come alive a little bit.
That's what I think also. And we got a Rangers bullpen the whole game. And so I know the Rangers scored 10 runs yesterday, guys, but honest to God, almost any team would have scored 10 runs with those pitches that they were hitting. They were up over the plate. Again, I know you might see 96 or 97 on the screen, but if it's flat, that don't mean shit. It literally means nothing, okay? And Ohtani was, man, he was throwing meat yesterday. I'm talking just fat pitches over the plate. 96, right? Upper middle, over the zone, out, just so they could lay into it. Those lefties, man, anybody would have scored 10 runs yesterday. Anybody. So that's all I had to say extra about it.
Yeah, and we gave him the hand job on betting with the bag yesterday. I said, oh, he's gonna win into the Cy Young. And then of course he goes out and does that. So, and someone said in the chat as well, I forgot who it is. I think it might have been Sean Thompson or something. I was actually Jamal Martin. Sorry, over 10 lock. I mean, I don't hate the over here either. You know, I'm not a good totals better, as we found out very quickly here. And if Noli saw me talking about overs, he'd probably take his bet out or belt out and just give me the whip for talking about overs. But I just, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Sean Thompson, by the way, he's on the Rangers money line. He hates the Angels. Let's go Rangers. I don't blame me. It's just a tough game. It's a tough game. Offense. Who do you think has a better offense in these squads? Just on the face of it, I think I lean towards the Angels. Correct?
They should, but do they? Are they going to support Trout? Are they going to support anybody this year, or are they going to do the same shit they do all the time?
Hey, that's a good point. And by the way, Colby Allard, a lefty. Let's see here. We're looking for the Angels splits against the lefties right now. 28th, 64 at bats, 448 OPS, a 141 average. So I guess I'm going to keep sitting on it.
Yeah.
We'll keep thinking about it. I've got it written down right now, but I will let you guys know official. We take it, but I think I am going to take it. That's where we're leaning right now. I think so, but we'll see. Next game is an actual official play for me. Tigers, Royals. I've mentioned Brad Keller earlier. I didn't think he was going to be a bet on pitcher when he went out and dazzled last time out. So I'm going to take him here. I'm going to take him. I took the Royals first 5 minus a half plus 105. I cannot get on the Skubal and Mize trades. I can't do it. I think I'm officially out after watching Mize. I know I can say this about Mize, and I put Skubal and Mize together as one entity. Just Mize sucks apparently, and Skubal could be a little better. But damn, I can't do it anymore. I just cannot do it. 4 innings pitched, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 7 hits against the White Sox. Skubal went out, and that's that's at home against the White Sox. A good lineup, whatever. But I can't get around anymore, man. I'm on Brad Keller, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, a walk, 5 Ks versus the Guardians, who best offense in baseball apparently. So first 5 minus a half for me here, Cab. What do you think?
Man, so I don't have a play on this. If I was going to lean one way, it would probably be probably be Detroit. God, Kansas City's offense, man, just do something.
Yeah, hasn't gotten there yet.
Just do something. So I'm not going to go deep into it, but this is a pass for me simply because I'm not going with the Tigers. I don't trust them right now, and I don't trust Kansas City to score any damn runs for me. So for right now, it's a pass right now for these two teams.
And that would be my concern. Kansas City's offense has not been good. And by the way, you can get Kansas City Royals minus a half, first 5 at plus 110 right now. So a little better juice than I got still. But you get the Royals offense definitely has to get it together. I agree with you wholeheartedly here. And I'll read some lineups here. Witt, Merrifield, I should say, because we've got 2 Witts now. Witt, Merrifield lead off. Bobby Witt at second. Hopefully the Royals' future rookie of the year there, if Joe Ryan doesn't have something to say about it. Salvador Perez, Benintendi, Carlos Santana, all in there for them. And just to interrupt my own self here, Royals against lefties right now, they are 25th with a 158 average, of 554 OBP. It's a small sample size as always.
Exactly.
Hunter Dozier, Mondesi, Michael A. Taylor, and Nicky Lopez going for those guys. And just to put another cherry on that, 12-mile-per-hour winds in.
I was actually just saying, I was just about to say I don't hate the under in this game. I'm not going to play it, but I don't hate it at all.
Hmm. 12-mile-per-hour winds is
in a
very
field that
interesting.
doesn't really favor hitters in the first place.
First five, first five total is at 4 minus 120 for the under. Don't like. I mean, I should. Who am I? Who am I if I'm not consistent? I'm going to take the no run in the first inning here, minus
Oh, I was
115.
thinking about that too, man. I was thinking about that too, actually. Good. I kind of do like that, right? There you go. Stay
Yeah,
consistent.
again, just you think that both these pitchers are going to succeed. Apparently, people in the chat like Scooble. I'm going to trust you, Oberus. I'm going to trust you, my man. You boo me. I believe in him. I believe in him. I believe in you. Scooble bounce back tonight. Give me one inning. Give me one clean inning. 3 outs. That's all I asked for. So we'll take that. No run in the first inning, minus 115. Official there. I like that a lot. I hope you jump on with me, Cap, too. Next game.
Okay, I might. Now that you said that too, because I was sitting there. I do like that, man. I do.
I know you need that push, Cap. I know you need that little bump in there. Next game, Cardinals, Brewers again. Miles Nicolas should be from Greece with that sounding a name, honestly. Shout out to him. Versus Freddie Peralta. I like Freddie. Freddie's a good pitcher. Jimmy, the bag, mentioned him last year a lot and talked about him as being the ace on the staff. And while he is not technically the ace because the Cy Young winner is on his staff as well, Freddie went out there and dominated and had himself a year. And I'm worried. I'm worried because last time out, 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. All that's okay, but 4 walks, 6 Ks. I can't do that. Cannot do that at all. So I'm going to be paying attention very closely to his walks here. If his walk numbers are high again, in the first 2 innings, you can tell kind of immediately with pitchers if they have
Absolutely.
control or not. If you see him struggling with control, I think I would honestly jump on the Cardinals live at a plus 130 price. And I think even better than the Cardinals, I would consider the over too, 8.5. Because I don't like Nicolas either. He's not my favorite pitcher. 3 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and a K last time out. So leaning over, I guess, right now, but watch the first inning and watch how Freddie pitches to start off, too. An example of knowing a pitcher immediately if he has it or not, Charlie Morton last night. I had the no run in the first inning. After he hit the second guy with a curveball, immediately he was like, okay, well, he doesn't have it. We're not cashing this one because he can't throw a strike right now, can't locate, can't anything. And honestly, when I saw him not being able to locate, I should have put some rubles on the Padres. Should have put Padres run line because it's just immediate. You can tell pretty quickly. So watch Freddie here closely. Watch him closely. Cab, you're a former pitcher. You know a thing or two about this.
Well, so that's what I was about to say, man. I've noticed. I'm not a big. So I did the full NCAA season. And I gave out picks for the full basketball and NCAA football. And I just have never been a big live better. But the more baseball that I'm capping, and again, guys, baseball's been my life. Capping has not. This is new to me, a lot newer to me than it is for other people. And when I watch these games, and it's like you just said, and I see these pitchers, and it's not just because if they're throwing balls that are down in the zone and they're coming over the top and they got good life, that's one thing, right? But if they're throwing balls that are kind of fading up and out, and they just don't have it, like Jose said, I've had a lot of success live betting, and I agree with that. Like, this might be a game you go into looking to live bet. All that being said, fuck the Brewers. I've been on them twice this year and I've lost. I went against them once and I've lost. They took my contract. No.
Bitches.
Yeah.
Bitches. Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you here. On top of all that, they were here in San Antonio for a year. They refurbished I guess you say the dugouts and locker rooms, and they just left. They just gave it back to the Padres. So I guess they didn't like San Antonio either. So this is a big fuck the Brewers show.
Yes.
And on top of that, I have the Cardinals to win this division. So I hope the Brewers win. So I hope we're all right there. I'm glad we're all aligned here. Next game is my double up here. The game that I was baffled to see the price of this, first of all. Cubs versus Rockies. I'm on Marcus Stroman and the Cubs.
So am I.
Plain and simple. Let's start off here. I think the Cubs are a better team. I think their offense is better. I think they're a more well-rounded team offensively to begin with. Secondly, Marcus Stroman dominates in Colorado. dominates.
He does.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not worried about Stroman pitching in altitude at all here, as I have something in my eye too, by the way. So we're in a cap with one eye here. So well, I'll get you a show that can do both as well. Marcus Stroman, 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, an earned run, 3 walks, concerning, but 3 Ks against Milwaukee. So not even a great outing for him. And he still only gave up 1 against the Brewers offense, who I don't believe in, obviously. I don't think is very good. But on top of that, if that doesn't make you feel better, 2-1, a 1.64 ERA career, and 22 innings pitched, 14 Ks, 2 walks, and the most important number of all of those numbers, 0 home runs allowed in Coors Field for Marcus Stroman.
Wow.
He's a ground ball pitcher. I like him a lot tonight. My worry would be the Cubs offense against German Marquez, who is not a slapdick in his own right. 7 innings pitched, three hits, 1 earney, no walks, 5 Ks against the fucking Dodgers of all people. But I think I don't know. I wrote this down because I think he's a little bit of a fraud at home, I guess I should say. I know I didn't want to outright say a fraud, but I'm going to go ahead and say fraud. And 20 and career-wise, 4.67 home ERA and away 3.85. That is career. He flips that last year to a 3.67 at home and a 5.83 away. What are we going to believe in? The career numbers or the 1-year numbers? I'm going to take his career numbers here, and I think he struggles a little bit. So I took the full game and first 5 here. I took Cubs for a full game, even money, and first 5 -0.5 at +120. I double up on a team every so often here, but I think the Cubs are just a better squad here than the Rockies. And I think this was the very first play that I wrote down last night as something that shocked me with Marcus Stroman on the mound. Cab, what do you have here?
I'm on the Cubs with you in this one in the first 5. What you were just saying about Stroman. So if you look into his splits, he's just Mr. Consistent, bro. It doesn't matter if he's at home. It doesn't matter if he's away. He's just consistent. He's not like unbelievably amazing, but he's consistent, and I'll take it, right? Especially when you're going against the Rockies. Consistent is good with me. Like you were just talking about Marquez. So like 9-3 last 12 home starts. You're right. It was just last year, but still, to me, there's so much value in the Cubs right here, right? Because it's just Colorado might have a good record right now, but I don't think they're going to be a good team when everything's said and done. And I think most people know that, right? When everything's said and done, this isn't a good baseball team. And this is the same baseball team that beat the Rangers twice. That everyone was, so high on the Rangers. I just want to remind everyone of that. This Rangers baseball team has now 2 wins, and it seems like everyone and their dog wants to bet them today. They've got 2 wins. Like, pump the brakes a little bit, guys. I've lived in Dallas for a long time. The Rangers suck. Always. That's all there is to it. Off the Rangers. I'm on the Cubs with you right here. I've got a consistent pitcher who can keep his ERA under 4 going against the Rockies with value on a decent hitting team. Yeah, I got to take the Cubs here.
I agree with you, and shout out to the chat, by the way, for the updates. Preston Ekdahl, appreciate you reminding us. No Suzuki here today. Oberus likes both pitchers. Sam Colmer saying exactly what I'm thinking. I can't lay this shit with the Rockies. Not do it. Hello, Trusty. Nice to see you as always. Hope that you have some good service in your bungalow in Kentucky. And by the way, Cabin, you talking games tonight. Can't wait to see that. I cannot wait for that. First 5, under 5 is even money. 5 that's high.
That is high. And I was just thinking no run first inning. Like, I'm not going to bet it, but I can't help it. Like, these are good pitchers. Both of these pitchers are good, right? These are good pitchers. But I already
second best matchup of the day here today. So I would say I like that first 5 under 5. Do not hate that at all. And I think I'm gonna stick with the Cubs here. And by the way, real quick, just the lineups. Actually, I'll let you go because you have something on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah. So because this is one of those things that's like, it's a weird thing, but it's something to pay attention to. So when I would go to Colorado, and it wasn't just me, it was multiple players on the team. The second day that altitude sickness would hit, right? Or actually it would be the 3rd day. Sorry. Second into the 2nd day or the 3rd day is when the altitude sickness hits. And for people who think that's not a real thing, it's a real thing. I would get sick as shit every time when I first got into Colorado on the second day. And then when I left, and when I say sick, it's like when you're an athlete and your body doesn't feel perfect, it's weird. It's very weird. And all I was getting at is pay attention to how many days people have been in Colorado. Okay. Because by the third day or the fourth day, altitude sickness doesn't matter. Usually on the first game or the first day, it really doesn't matter. It's that second game that you got to watch for. And I know that's weird, but that's when it would always hit me and my teammates.
And this is their second game, so you got to keep that aware. That makes me a little worried, but I'm going to stick with the Cubs here. Obviously, can't change it now. Yeah, you're on them too. So we'll see. German Marquez, and he'll say a lot to me today. He will decide whether I will bet against him or on him tonight going forward at home. We will see. I can't wait for that game. Very excited to see how that game goes. Not
everybody gets altitude sickness, so.
Yes, obviously. And by the way, shout out to Sabino Anguano. Appreciate you for the $4.99 dono. He tailed the Twins first 5 minus a half. We are doing these shows just to answer your question Monday through Friday, 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central. As always, we don't do Pacific here because I can't do the math. And Saturday, Sunday, we do 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern in the mornings. We break down the whole card. It's going to be a great time. Tomorrow, I believe it's going to be Cab. Might be Connor. Might be Cab. Don't know for sure. I'll be excited for either one. I like my white guys with C names. That's my favorite thing in this world. So I'm going to take either one. And if Connor doesn't join me Saturday, he'll be on Sunday. So it'll be a great time. I cannot wait for that. Chief, by the way, KB home run prop. I mean, I don't hate betting on an athlete against their former squad like that. I don't hate that at all. And by the way, just to remind everyone, Sabino's donation did remind me, starting tomorrow, going to do banners above us, above me, for your $10 and up donations. Saturated my guy yesterday, first one, $10 dono. I didn't shout him out. I'm shouting him out again here because I appreciate it that much. And for sure going to do those banners starting tomorrow. Sabino, got to get to $10. Not everyone gets a banner. You got to earn that shit. But I appreciate your $4.99 dono regardless. Next game I'm on. Atlanta Braves versus the San Diego Fathers. Mackenzie Gore making his debut. I love betting young pitchers. I love it. It's one of my things. I don't know what it is, especially when they're a top prospect, obviously. Mackenzie Gore fills that bill. I'm a little concerned because the Padres tried to sell him throughout the offseason. They tried to get rid of him at several points, and this will contrast what I'm saying. He was also the last guy standing in all of their prospects. Now, if you think about it, obviously they made all those trades. I think it's 2 years ago now, and a lot of people were after Gore too, and they just didn't trade him. So, and no one wanted him this offseason. So I'm a little concerned there in that aspect. But I think a young pitcher going out there, making his debut at home, I think all those recipes lead to a good start for him. I took the Padres first 5 minus a half at plus 110, and Kyle Wright coming off of a stellar start. A start I didn't know he had it in him. I thought he was going to struggle, but he goes out there, 6-inning pitch, 2 hits, a walk, 6 Ks versus the Cincinnati Reds. And Moose Money, shout out to him, frequent viewer going to this game, I believe he said. And Sabino, appreciate you for the $10.99 or the $9.99 dono. I'll be sure to add you on the banner list right there. So Sabino and Saturated on the banners list. Appreciate you. He knows about Mackenzie Gore, Moose Money does more than I do, and he pointed out a good little thing about him. 4.3 walks per 9 in AAA, 4.7 walks per 9 in AA.
And he's young.
7 starts in both those places. That's the main concern here. So I'm hoping he's locating. I hope he has a good start tonight. I'm on their first 5. And if all else fails, I think that Kyle Wright will regress and he will not have as good of a start. And I think the Padres offense can get to him. So fingers crossed for a debut. I know you don't like betting on young pitchers, Cap, because you were one once. So tell me what you got here.
Moose just almost makes me want to jump Atlanta with everything you just said, man. If he's struggling like that in the minors, what, you think he's going to come up here and all of a sudden get comfortable on the mound in the majors?
Good point.
It was kind of like those two rookies. I said, man, he might be great at some point. He easily could be, but this is his very first time with the Padres, right? First start, right?
Yep, first major league start.
Yeah, no, you don't. I don't like. I like young pitchers, absolutely, not on their first start, not against a Braves team that's been struggling. Last time we were on the show, I talked about how, teams do get angry. Like, that's a real thing. Like, hitters get irritated, like dugouts get tense. It's real, right? It's not a joke. And I took the Braves that game, and they scored 16 runs after I was talking about that. I think they're still right back in that same situation right now with the rookie on the mound. Man, and there's value at the Braves because they keep losing right now. Like, I might have to come back to this and get on the Braves. I'm not on it right now, but I might.
Okay, I don't hate that at all. I would love to see that. I would love to go head to head with you, Cap. Let's see where it goes. It's always fun to see how that goes.
Well,
next game, by the way, Sabino and Guano asking about our best bets. Best bets will come in about 2 games. We'll do our best bets. We'll do a commercial, obviously. We'll show everyone the Balls commercial, a great commercial that debuted. Well, it didn't really debut yesterday, but a lot of people saw it on Betting with the Bag, so I'll run it here again, and we'll give you our best bets. So Sabino, stick around for about, let's say, 10, 15 more minutes. We'll have our best bets here for you soon. What's up, Cap?
Oh, you were saying you'd love to go against me. That thing right above my head, I don't like going against numbers like that, brother.
Well, hey, we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, I said all those numbers. The walk numbers are the thing that scare me the hell out of me. I hate when my starting pitchers can't throw strikes, and apparently can't throw strikes.
As soon as he starts throwing a few balls, he's going to become a head case. Even if he's super zen, whatever. I don't know the guy. I'm just telling you, it's his first start. If he starts throwing balls, he will become a head case. That's all there is to it.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the next game. The Houston Spacemen, the Astros versus the Seattle Seamen of Seattle. The Seattle Seamen of Seattle. Jake Odorizzi versus Marco Gonzalez. 2 pitchers I cannot stand.
What?
I don't want to bet on either of these pitchers. I think I'll make this short and sweet. I don't like Marco Gonzalez. His changeup's never done it for me. I just don't like it at all. Jake Odorizzi, just hot garbage. Hot garbage. I just think he's not a good pitcher at all. 4 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 2 Ks at the Angels. So that's a pretty good start for Jake Odorizzi right there. It would make me feel better about fading him here, honestly. But Marco Gonzalez, 2 innings pitched, 6 hits, 6 runs, 2 of them earned, by the way, on 3 home runs, which doesn't make much sense to me, I guess. But 2 walks and a K in that 2 versus the Twins. The Twins just kept going yard off of Marco. It was ridiculous. It felt like every other at bat there was a guy going freaking to the third deck. And Jake Odorizzi, like I said, I don't think he's an appealing pitcher to bet on any of the sort. I think this series will be a bet on series for me because I think this is going to be one of the more appealing series of the year going through it because these are going to be 2 teams battling for the AL West. And it's going to be a fun matchup. Like I said, I would love for the Mariners to take advantage of an Astros team in transition. We'll see. I mean, the Astros are still good, obviously. So not a game I don't want to bet here, but a series that I will be taking an eye on. I'll be watching. And I will definitely probably be on it tomorrow. I don't know who the starting pitchers are tomorrow off the top of my head, but a fun series for sure. Cab, what do you have here?
So I did take the Astros first 5 money line, minus 106. This just, man, you just said it, man. These, and I like consistency. I don't know if you've caught right. I like consistency in my hitters. I like consistency in my pitchers. I don't like people that drop 5 bombs and then strike out the next 12 times. Like, that's not my thing. But you said it, man. Gonzalez, dude, he's a bomb waiting to happen. And this Astro team, I mean, they got a bunch of bombers, right? And like I said, I don't like betting on a team that's gonna hit home runs, but I think they're gonna hit them hard today. I really do. I think they're gonna. There's gonna be a few swings. You're gonna see some people come out of their shoes. Yeah. So I'm on the Astros here. I think they're the better hitting team, and I don't think, like you said, I don't think these pitchers are bad. Well, you said you thought they were bad. I don't think they're bad, but I also don't think they're great. And I like the Astros here, man. I just think that they've got the better lineup top to bottom with 2 average pitchers.
Chad Cannon on Astros team total over 4. I don't hate that at all. Sabito Anguano asking a good question. Jose, what's your favorite what's your favorite play? Say, hey, play. What's your best bet of the day? I don't really have one, to be honest with you. I think it's really hard picking. I think it's
Yes.
one of the more difficult things, picking like one best bet of the day. Honestly, I can say this now, and it's hindsight's 2020. I think it was probably the Twins, first five against the Red Sox. I don't bet against the Red Sox often. So when I bet against them, I'd probably say it's a good play because I usually come from a capping standpoint because I'm a stupid homer and I say, how do I bet on the Red Sox today? And then when I can't bet on the Red Sox, sometimes it turns to, all right, well, should I be betting against the Red Sox? And today was one of those days. So
Man, I should have. When I saw you on the Red Sox, I had that thought in my head. I was like, oh man, Jose's going against the Red Sox. Shit,
yeah.
man. I should have joined you there. Mets would have been my best bet today. So that already passed too. So we hit our best bets, guys. There you go. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I'll try to give you an indication of one after we round it up here. But I'll let you know here in a second, Sabine. That's a good question. I appreciate you for chiming in. Last game on the card. The red leggings, the red stockings, the red leggings. I think they're actually called the stockings or socks, and those are the Red Sox. But the red leggings, the Cincinnati Reds versus the Los Angeles Dodgers on Jackie Robinson Day. Obviously, shout out to Jackie Robinson for many things. I don't have to go wax poetically about that. I've written many papers on Jackie Robinson actually in my day. Shout out to my SAT paper, who was on Jackie Robinson and Tom Brady at the same time. So good job by me. I actually got a shitty SAT score too. So
yeah,
man. Vlad, go ahead. Sorry.
At Tech, you don't take number 42, right? You just don't. You don't wear that number. It's not something you do. And that's kind of known. It's been known for a long time. And I didn't get a choice as a freshman, and they gave me number 42. It was like, and as soon as they gave it to me, I was like, seriously? Like, really? I guess only in Lubbock, right?
It's only worse. It only makes it worse that you're a white guy taking 42.
That's what I'm saying. And like, it wasn't my choice. Like, whatever.
That's hilarious. No, I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to see that. Vlad Gutierrez versus Tony Gonsolin, the Catman. I'm not sold on the Vlad the Impaler here. 4.1, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks at Atlanta. Pretty decent start, not gonna lie. Tony Gonsolin, 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 Ks, 1 walk at Colorado. I mean, it's easy to say Dodgers money line, whatever you want to say on Jackie Robinson Day. I think they're like 13-1. I think that's what the stat was. They don't really lose on Jackie Robinson Day. So I don't hate that at all, but it's minus 250. So, whatever we're going to do there. The over, nothing for me there. I don't have a feel on it. So ultimately, just to stay off spot, I'll enjoy the game watching it late because this will probably be the standalone game. And I'll enjoy watching a bunch of 42s run out there as always. So anything for you here, Cab?
So shout out to CT. He was hanging with me last night and he gave me the stat. I'm usually not trends are important. I look at them, right? And I look at stats but I'm more about the player, right? But this one that he gave me, it just stood out so much. And I wrote it down. I hope I wrote it down exactly right. But he said that the Dodgers won 70% of their games last year when they were minus 200 favorite or more. That's a big number. 70%, man. It's a big number. And then I want to say coming off a loss, if they were minus 200 or more, they were 78%. Yeah. But other than that, no, this is a stay off game for me also, man. I'd lean maybe a no run in the first inning here, but I'm not playing that. So.
Yeah, no, I don't blame him. And like I said, minus 250 for the Dodgers and the run line's minus 130. So yeah, there's just better spots on this card. I hope you guys enjoy that game watching it for Jackie Robinson Day, but just not something that I will put my money on. All right, so that was a good show. I appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching. Let's shout out the chat real quick, and then we will get into our commercial here, our lovely Balls commercial that you guys will enjoy. It's 2 minutes, so you'll hang out hang out with us through that, and then you'll get your best bets. Wilson Alejo, I think that's how you say it. So stick around for that. Appreciate everyone for watching. Big show. My producer, brother in arms right there. Appreciate you for watching. Sean Thompson, the big Ragu, Jose, double cash you and I. Twinkies full game first 5. Yeah, it was easy, Ragu. It was too easy there with Nick Pavetta at home. Penny Pang, Eric Jones, Wilson, James Lil, Ouroboros, I can't really say your name. It feels like I'm just like having marbles in my mouth when I say your name. Dennis Trusty, Tease, appreciate you. Tease, I hope you got your package, by the way. Hope the
Tease,
U.S.
where's my
Postal System.
package?
Oh, there we go. I appreciate that. There's interesting there. Chad Cannon, everyone, Sean Thompson, Sabino and Guano. Like I said, all you guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it more than you guys know. Let's start off with this little video for you guys. Watch it. Watch all of our guys, all the cappers that you think you guys will know. Take a look, and please use promo code PUB for this product here.
What's going on, sports gamblers? I don't need to tell you that sometimes when you're betting on sports, making a good bet takes giant balls. But every once in a while, there's a downside to having giant cojones. That's right. Anytime you're exercising, anytime you're working out, sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable. There's some extra chafing. One of them decides to stick to your leg, and that can be a problem. Sometimes you need a day off after a tough run on the treadmill because your legs are raw from rubbing together because of your gigantic
balls.
Well, let me tell you, Stageman Underwear has you covered. Stageman Underwear was designed with your giant
Golden Globes
specifically in mind. This patented design comes with a special pouch exactly for your
dangler
and
balloons
so that they do not chafe while you're on the treadmill, so they do not get too moist on a hot and humid desert day. I promise you, as somebody who has personally tested these exact Stageman underwear, that once you put these things on and you have a go on the workout, you wrestle on the mat if you're into jiu-jitsu, you will never go back to another pair of regular underwear ever. The difference made by Stageman, the comfort level that I enjoyed, is something nothing short of magical.
Ball security is important in football and basketball. Why should it be any different for you? Take care of that treasure trunk and that care package and give it the respect it deserves.
When you check out, use promo code PUB for a 10% discount and give your balls the best pair of underwear, the most level of comfort they have ever enjoyed.
You heard the men. Go take care of your balls. Go put in promo code PUB. Your balls will, in fact, thank you, even though this is not a Manscaped ad, but it slowly will be because Manscaped put in promo code PUB Sports, $25 off the all-in-one package. Go get your shaver. Don't use it on your face. Use it on your balls. Only the ball toner feels nice. Get yourself nice and fresh for the misses. All right. Let's crack our fingers here. Let's get a little stretch, a seventh inning stretch here.
Yeah.
And let's go through best bets. Now, I've gotten asked a couple times, what's the best bets? What are the best bets? What's the best bet? What's your favorite bet? I mean, this is going to be easy for me to say because of the price I got it at, but we'll start off with Giants, Guardians, first 5 under 4. I got it plus 105 last night. Right now, it's at minus 120. So, obviously, a lot of people betting it there. Minus 120, I think I'd still bet it. But the 4, but 3.5 is where I would not do that. I also have Chicago money line, Chicago Cubs, that is, Chicago Cubs money line plus 100 and first 5 minus a half at plus 120. I also have the Oakland A's first 5 team total over 2.5 plus 140. I think this is another easy statement to say, but this is my favorite price that I have today. I have not hit very well this year on the first 5 team totals, but at a plus 140 against Ross Stripling and an A's offense, I think has been pretty hot recently. I like that number. San Diego Padres first 5 minus a half plus 110. I can easily label my least favorite bets that I have out there, and I think that is my least favorite bet, backing Mackenzie Gore, but I will still ride with him. And I've got Kansas City Royals first 5 minus a half at plus 105. I believe in Brad Keller. If he goes out and fucks me, I'm going to turn him into Mitch Keller. So we shall see. Steph Brasco making me feel better here. Oakland team total over 6-1, best record. It's probably full game, but that does not dissuade me from that first 5 team total over 4.5. Cab, I'll pass it off to you, my man, and I'll get my pen and paper out as I put it away, actually. What do you have here? Best bets for the people.
So, like all of them that I gave out, right? My best bets are all of them, or do you like
Yes,
want me to pick one?
and I want you to give them all, actually.
Good.
And I forgot to mention my addition. I'm not going to add the Angels money line. Instead, I'm going to add the no run in the first inning in Detroit, Kansas City at -115. I like that as well. That was an addition that we came through on the show. My only addition on the show.
Damn, I should join you on that. All right, real quick, what I've already got for sure. I got the first 5 under 4 with you in the Padres game and the Cleveland game. Wait, not Padre and Cleveland. Whatever. I wrote that wrong. I got the first 5 under in the Cleveland game. I got the first 5 money line. Juice is -110 in the first one. I'm sorry. Let me slow down. I got the first 5 Angels at +102 against the Rangers. Probably my least favorite bet on my card. I've got the first 5 in the Chicago game at +106. I've got the first 5 in the Houston game at -106.
All righty. Thank you so much, Cab. Appreciate it. Hope everyone got those in the chat. We will tweet it out. Obviously, Cab, tweet out your picks for the people at me and at Pub Sports Radio. We'll give it the retweet, and we'll send people the picks. You know, this is ultimately what we're here for.
Put me on that KC play with you.
Okay, you're on the no run first inning or the first 5?
The no run first inning. I'm not.
Beautiful. I appreciate you. The no run in the first inning. I
Get
like
some money,
that.
baby.
And James asking again, what's your best bet of those picks? I think I'm going to roll with, like I said, I don't like picking. It's like for picking my children. The first 5 first 5 under 4. And I also do like that no run in the first inning, but I'm a no run in the first inning addict. I'm addicted to them like heroin. So, Cab, I appreciate you for joining me on our longer show. We had a big card, so I appreciate it. It was a good show. I can't wait. It's going to be some fun games coming up here soon. Let's hit this one more time to remind everyone that we've gone 9 straight days with the show. This is Say Hey Play 9. We're going to Say Hey Plays 10 tomorrow. So again, the nice people of Baltimore sent me this video, and I think they're going to keep going throughout the season. So let's see this video one more time. We appreciate the people of Baltimore, and everyone likes my faces on there. Everyone likes my hair. And yes, Sabino and Guano, I will not forget your banner. I've got to make one for you and Saturated. It will go right up here where the Say Hey counter and the Say Hey records are. We'll hang them up. We'll have them throughout the show. And everyone, like I said, if you guys are interested, you want to have your name on there on the banners. I'll even put the date of when you donated to so we can mark it down. You want to be like the Celtics? Have like 27, 28 banners, however many I have, 24. I don't know how many championships the Celtics have on the top of my head. Put your $10 dono in there. Give to us, Pub Sports Radio. We appreciate it. All that money goes back into you guys, whether that is another Pubapalooza trip, which maybe another one's going to be planned here soon. Who knows? By here soon, I mean in the next year or so. Who knows? It's going to be a great time. Maybe this one will be in the East Coast. Who knows? It'll be fun. By the way, Preston reminding me, dye the hair blue again, Bouquet. Preston, I'm willing to put my hair up on a chopping block again. I'm willing to dye my hair for a bet. We got to figure out a bet, and we'll see. I don't know. There's a subscriber count. We've got a bunch of stuff we can do. So, Cab, do you have any final words for the people before we head out of here?
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you guys all for coming out. Lil James, you were asking for a best bet. I don't want to ignore you, man. If I had to pick, I'd go with Chicago because of the value, but I don't like, just like Jose said, I don't like picking best bets, man. I just don't like doing that. But if you're asking, that's what I'd go with. Everybody else, thank you guys for coming out. Shout out to Ixnizzle. I had to give him a call for the weather in Cleveland. I was just curious.
And by the way, I need to ask Ixnizzle. I'd love to have him on the show and cap some baseball. I don't know if he's a baseball guy. But I know he's focusing on his Cavaliers. I think that game's tonight, right? Cavaliers playing tonight? Yeah, so the Cavs playing tonight. So I hope that goes well for him.
Well, he said okay,
then never mind. I hope that goes terribly for him because I was going to say I think the Hawks win pretty comfortably tonight. But so good. Well, I hope that goes well for you then, James. Thanks everyone for watching a long show. Appreciate it, everyone. We've been rambling here in the last couple of minutes, but it's been a great show. I appreciate everyone for watching. Preston, Sam Colmer, Sabino, Puzzler, Chief. He's on the under. By the way, strikeouts for Dylan Cease, -104. I like that play. I like that a lot. It's a good play. Sean Thompson, Penny Pang, Steph Brosco, all you guys. Appreciate it. We'll catch you guys here tomorrow. Big weekend. My favorite shows are the weekend shows. We get the whole card to ourselves. 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 Central, and then NBA Pub Hub right after talking NBA. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great weekend. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And we'll catch you guys right here tomorrow. See you then.
Where's the bang bang, Preston? Come on.
I can't breathe.
Pub Sports Radio. Come find us in Southtown 101. Subscribe on YouTube and all platforms where podcasts are found.